Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special bonus episode of the Cinema Recall podcast, exclusively for amazing Patreon subscribers and supporters. I am the Vern. Thank you very much for listening or watching, whatever you're doing. We have with us the wonderful, the amazing, the beautiful, the knowledgeable Cayley from Once Over with Cayley. Welcome back to Cinema Recall, Cayley.
It is always such an honor to get to work with you, and I am so excited to be here sharing stuff with you and also your Patreon members. What a
Well,
great, exciting day.
So I was recently on your awesome show talking about the film Swiss Army Man with Daniel Radcliffe and Paul Dano. Be sure to check that out because it was a lot of fun conversation. But I had this topic idea for a show that I'm going to bring people on for the series, and it's about deserted island picks. Being the fact that Swiss Army Man starts off on a deserted island, I got the idea, what would you bring to a deserted island if you got stuck there? And they are just five things, and I'm gonna bring up my list right now. I want you to talk about your what musician or band you would bring, an author of your favorite book or even book series, your favorite film director, so just all the films of that director, your favorite chef or your favorite restaurant that you could eat forever and ever, and then finally either a favorite TV show or a favorite streaming app. All right, so if you've got like one app to watch forever, that's what you bring. And I want my wonderful guest Kaylee here to start off with who would be your favorite musician or band you would bring to this desert island.
I have to say, before I tell you the answer to that,
Okay.
I think that you are one of the most creative people that I have ever met. I love this idea. This is such a fun idea. I love when you do your rant thing also. I'm just so incredibly impressed by you. So I am so excited to share my musician pick with you, and it's probably going to shock people because I know a lot of people know that I am a big fan of death metal music. I listen to a lot of metal, so everybody probably thinks I'm going to pick something metal wise, but I'm actually not.
Oh, I'm
I
intrigued.
know. I know. I
Continue.
know. So I one of the bands that really gets me pumped up and excited and that I would be dancing around the desert island, I would be having fun the whole time, is a synthwave band called Gunship. And I am a huge fan of theirs.
You have me at synthwave because I love
Yeah.
synthwave. I love chromatics and I love desire.
Yes. Yeah.
As a gunship, I'm gonna be putting them on my list for sure.
I love them. I think that they do really unique music. It is music that makes me feel. I highly recommend, if you're checking them out, check out their self-titled album first. I don't necessarily think that it's their best, but it is the one that I go back to the most. There's a little John Carpenter cameo on there also, so that's very exciting. And I just think that they are the band that would get me through both the hard times. They would make me cry, but they would also make me laugh and have fun and feel excited about the fact that I'm just here by myself having a dance party alone.
I absolutely love that. I would give my list at the end there, but let's get here your who would be the author you would bring, or even a book series you would bring to this island.
So that's a tricky one for me. I think that the answer to that is going to be that I would bring all of Tom Robbins's books. I am a big fan of his. I love Still Life with Woodpecker. I love pretty much everything that he's done, but I also really, really love reading out loud B is for Beer, which I feel like, again, it would make me feel like I'm at home. It would make me feel silly. He hits my heart in all of the ways that I want to feel my heart getting hit.
Kelly, this is so cool that you mentioned Tom Robbins because I loved the book. Even Cowgirls Get the Blues.
So good. It's so good.
That was almost like a religious Bible to me because there are so many
Yes.
great quotes that I almost want to like put into my own life. And I have not read any of the book of his besides that one, and I feel bad about that. So for a person who has only read even Cowgirls Get the Blues, what would be another book that you would recommend to me to read?
I would absolutely Still Life with Woodpecker is probably my favorite. And again, it's the same kind of idea where it's ultra quotable. So you have all of these beautiful moments. It is a book that is about a princess and an outlaw, and they are stuck inside of a pack of Camel cigarettes. And it is stunningly beautiful. Probably one of my favorite quotes from it, although again, Tom Robbins, just everything is quotable, is it's never too late to have a happy childhood. And I think that that's just quite lovely.
All right, that's sweet. Definitely, you have so many great recommendations right now with Tom Robbins and with Gunship. So I cannot wait to hear who would be the directors whose films you can watch over and over again on this deserted island.
Okay, so I thought a lot about this one. This
Okay.
one was probably that was probably my hardest choice, but I think that the answer is going to be Akira Kurosawa.
Wow.
And there
Okay.
are two reasons for that. There are two reasons for that. One, I love him. He's amazing. I think probably my favorite films of his are Stray Dog and Throne of Blood. Those are probably my top two of his. Stray Dog is not at all his normal content. It's much more of like a film noir, but it's very interesting. But the other reason that I think that I would pick him is because he directed so many movies and so many of them are so different. So I feel like I would never get bored. You know, it would be one of those things where it's like I could watch Yojimbo 100 times and learn something new from it every single time that I watch it.
That's fair. I honestly, and I know I'm getting a lot of flack. Wait, did he do Seven Samurai?
Yes.
Okay, so I have seen one. I've seen one Akira Kurosawa film, Seven Samurai, and I have seen it in theaters. Okay, but I have not seen any of his other movies because they are long. I feel like his movies are best seen on a bigger screen if possible.
I think you're totally right. I would hold out and wait for movie theaters near you to be screening them. But he's really unique. Every one of his movies has just kind of a different feeling to it, and I think I would never get bored.
I like that little variety right there. I love that very much. Right, next on there, I had who would be your favorite chef or restaurant that you could eat forever at a place at your desert
This is
island. I don't know how the world you're able to bring all these things and not get rescued, but it's okay. All right,
on our hypothetical wonderful
I went to
desert
go
island. Listen,
island. That's right.
we don't even know. Maybe a farting jet ski is delivering all of these wonderful things to me. That could be it. That could be it.
That would be an epic
Food was an
day.
easy one for me.
Okay.
Yeah, food was an easy one for me. It's Taco Bell. It's Taco Bell all the way. I bring Taco Bell. I could eat Taco Bell every single meal for the rest of my life and be the happiest lady in the whole world. I have walked miles to get to a Taco Bell. I used to eat Taco Bell probably between 5 and 10 times a week, which is really embarrassing. But I love it so much. I would eat Taco Bell. That's not even a question. That's easy one.
Did
Easy.
did did you not have Taco John's where you live?
We don't have Taco John's. I've eaten at Taco John's. Here's the thing about Taco Bell. Here's the thing.
Okay.
I know that there are better tacos. I'm fully aware that Taco
Okay.
Bell is not good food. I like real Mexican food. I like things like Del Taco, Taco John's. I like all of those other things. There's something about Taco Bell that makes my heart sing. I get so excited. It's like my comfort food when I'm having a bad day. I'm like, oh, Taco Bell will fix this problem.
And they got both breakfast foods, lunch, dinner, and you can never have the same food twice, and it's really great.
It's so funny because all of the ingredients are just the same. They're just configured a different way, but for some reason they all taste different and wonderful to me. I love it.
They do, and all those different sauces right there. I love that. Uh, for the final thing, because you have to have some other form of entertainment on this hypothetical deserted island, I had you pick what would be your favorite TV show or streaming app you would have on this island.
This one is another one that's really hard for me. I feel like I have to say The Simpsons. I never get tired of The Simpsons.
Okay,
If I was going to pick a streaming app though, maybe Shutter or HBO Max. HBO Max is a good answer too because I would love to be able to have access to things like The Wire. So
okay.
like I it's so hard. That might be the hardest of all of the questions actually.
That's fair. All right, that's fair. All right, I loved your list. All right, and I'm gonna tell you my list really quickly. Okay,
Yes.
so for my favorite musician, I would have on an island. It would be Poppy.
I
I
know that you love Poppy. Do you know it's so weird to me how much you love Poppy?
and
I
so
don't know
right,
why, but it's
I love the fact that she has like these cutesy pop songs, and she has like this hardcore like metal songs, and then she
yeah.
has songs where they blend together. Uh, I love her collaborations with other artists and everything too. I just like her TV show. I just yeah, just absolutely just she's weird and off really, and I absolutely love that about her. But she makes this really good music. Her album Native Spaces is probably my favorite album of the year so far. I love the different genres she puts onto that. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. So the way that I learned about Poppy was actually one of the I work at a law firm and one of the attorneys that I work with knows that I love music and he was like, "Have you ever heard anything like this before?" And I was just again, she genre bends within one song. You
Yes.
go from, this to this and she's very impressive.
Not for everyone, and I can totally
Yes.
respect that. But yeah, she's for me. She is definitely one of my music crushes. Yeah, just I saw her live and I thought it was just absolutely an amazing show. She seemed to be like trolling things and yet at the same time celebrating things, and I absolutely love that about her. Almost like an Andy Kaufman of music, and I just
Yeah.
very, very
Have
crazy out
have
there.
you ever seen there was do you know the YouTube creator Primink?
Not really.
He does like he does kind of like expose. It's kind of like a tea channel, but very well done tea channel. It's he's a journalist, I would call him. But he did quite a few years ago, probably in maybe 2020, he did a video on Poppy, and it is incredibly, incredibly interesting. So I would recommend checking that out.
Okay, I will put them on the list there. Appreciate that very much. All right, coming up next there for my favorite author. This was difficult for me, and I had to pick an author whose books I've read more than once. And I
Yeah.
know this author is kind of an asshole, and that he's not really well liked, and he's probably a bad person. And I'm not talking about the person, I'm just talking about the books themselves. And I'm talking about Bret Easton Ellis. I liked
I
American Psycho. I liked Lesson Zero. I like Rules of Attraction, Panorama. I like his books. I like the characters he writes in there. I think he has really great things to say, and his dialogue is great. I almost chose him or Chuck Palahniuk, but I have not read enough of Chuck Palahniuk's work to recommend him. But I also like Chuck Palahniuk really well. But yeah,
Yeah, Polinick is amazing, but I think that you're right. I think his books are totally great. I think that that is a very reasonable answer. And if you're deserted on a desert island, you probably don't care too much about what's happening in the real world, so we can forgive some of the other stuff, maybe.
exactly. And then for like restaurants, Taco Bell is a damn good choice, and I almost picked that. But there is a restaurant here in the Twin Cities called Devani's, and it's a pizza and hoagie place. And
Ooh,
all the different types of sandwiches and different combinations of pizzas. I would never get tired of that. And also with
I
salads
that
and fruit bars, yeah, just great. And so many different combinations of sandwiches you can have and hoagies, and they have this great brownie pizza is just oh so good.
well, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. That sounds great.
See, and then for TV shows and streaming apps, I'm gonna go with South Park for my
Yes, that's
TV.
a great
Oh,
answer.
actually, you know what? I'm gonna change this up a little bit. Sorry, folks. I'm gonna change my mind the last moment there. I'm gonna change South Park to Everything Everywhere All that. No, no. Sorry. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Sorry,
Oh yeah,
my mind went on a
you're still on
tangent
the
there.
Daniels.
I was on Downs earlier. Sorry about that, cats. Yes, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia would be the show I would watch over and over again. I just think
Over and
that
over and over again. I love that show. They're geniuses. They get it.
so great. The way they tackle subjects is so well done. It is so brilliant and so smart. Um, and then
I love that.
and then for like streaming apps, I'm gonna go with Tubi
Yeah.
because
Oh, you're so right. You're right.
Tubi has everything. Tubi has a bunch of great shows.
Tubi does have everything.
I'm watching old episodes of All in the Family, The Dick Van Dyke Show, and Gem in the Holograms. And
Yep. You're
I
totally right.
I got to watch like an old like Andy Sedaris film called The Dallas Connection, and then go and watch Electric Dreams, this like '80s sci-fi rom-com in the same center. And they have like full moon features and like family features, like exploitation features and blockbuster films. There's like a whole array of like TV shows. You can watch like Alf on there for crying out loud. People, they just oh love Tubi.
You're so right. You know what else is actually kind of cool about choosing Tubi? I didn't even think about Tubi, and you're totally right. I should choose Tubi. I wish I could go back and edit my things, but I what else would be cool about Tubi? Usually I would use this as a criticism, but if you're stranded on a desert island, this would actually be really cool. Tubi has commercials, which
Yeah.
means you would still have some connection with the real world. You would get to see all of the things that are happening. You'll get to hear about whatever laundry detergent you should be fantasizing about using when you get off the desert island, you know?
That's very rare. Yeah, they do make those laundry detergent commercials feel very erotic sometimes, or too. Like you're sitting in your favorite
Yes,
chair.
yes.
Oh, just fantasize about laundry. Ooh, yeah. But
I love it. I love it.
well, I want to say thank you, Kaylee, so much for being on this short bonus episode talking about favorite deserted island features. Please tell our watchers, our listeners, everyone out there what is going on with Once Over with Kaylee. Tell us about all the things that you are doing right now.
Yeah, well, I am just always so excited whenever I get to do a Once Over with Kaylee, which of course is my movie review channel over on YouTube, Cayley. I'm always excited when I get to work with you. So, as you mentioned, you recently came and talked with me about Swiss Army Man, but you and I have also talked about a bunch of stuff both on your channel and on my channel. We've talked about The Voyeurs, we've talked about Howard the Duck, we've talked about Willard, and on my channel right now, I'm mostly just excited about talking movies with people that I think are really amazing. And so it's great working with you. And I'm doing lots of SNL movies right now, which has been silly and fun and
Those are
a little
great.
bit of everything.
What's the
Yeah.
best thing about Over with Kaylee is that you actually watch and you care about the features you are reviewing, unlike other
Yeah.
YouTubers who seem to be reviewing stuff just mainly to release content. You don't release stuff or review stuff that you think would get like a lot of like views and whatnot, because you are
Thank you.
authentic and you are true to yourself and you respect the movies and you respect your audience very much, and I absolutely love that about your show. I love the fact that two cats go and watch her videos live because there's a fun little chat window that she brings up, and you get to interact with other people, and it's stuff that
Yeah.
inspires me to maybe want to do more for this show. But I don't know about that yet. Just give it some time here. But I love having you come on the show with us, and I love all the other guests that we have here as well. Really quickly before we do go, because I have not given these cats a shout out in a while, but I just want to give a quick shout out to all of our wonderful Patreon members. I love you very much. Thank you for supporting us. So, no special order, Jeanette Miller. Thank you, Jeanette Miller. She's found on akajeanette.com. Jen McQuaid from Shot and Applaud. Thank you very much, Jen. I wish your show would come back. You have a great show. Come back. Jason Soto from Rabbit Hole Podcast. And thank you, Jason. Steve W. You don't have a website, Steve, but I love you. Thank you, Steve. Matt and Ashley from Ashley at the Movies. Thank you very much. Donnie Roberts. Donnie Roberts, who did a lot of our Donnie Choice episodes. Uh, Donnie is going to be coming back onto the show more often as our other like official co-host. So very cool for that. And then finally, Linda Castro from Bed Knobs and Broomflits. Thank you very much, Linda Castro. And again, thank you all for like listening and watching, subscribing, and thank you for joining us for this bonus episode. And we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.